Welcome back to the channel, everybody. It's your boy, Luca Tiki. So we're going to start right in on Fab 27.1 here, taking a look at the latest cheese slabs that have been laid down. Yes, they call those cheese slabs because of their resemblance to Swiss cheese. I wanted to go ahead and pull forward in the video a quick pan of the parking lot. Here you can clearly see several hundred vehicles in the yard today. But we're going to go back to the fab floor. This is the clean room floor to take a look at what the workers are doing now. There seems to be quite a bit of work going along the chases here. These are the darker areas. They carry air from the interstitial level down through the chases and back up through the aforementioned cheese slabs. So we'll go ahead and take a quick look across the latest. Again, this is the floor of the clean room. So we'll go ahead and tilt the drone down to take a closer look at the utility level, and above that, the clean subfab level. These levels will be filled with various mechanicals for electrical and gases. There are large pipes that are called laterals that move various materials and commodities to their points necessary, and then they're brought up through the cheese floor into the clean fab level. So here you can see the telehandler here getting ready to position something. This is near what will be a series of freight loading doors. And the pit here goes down to the basements, some 40 to 70 feet below ground level. Here we are taking a look at the cub, or commodities utility building, and various pipes or laterals are being placed here. These will help distribute gases and liquids necessary for semiconductor manufacturing. This 2x sped up footage really makes it hard to narrate, but you, dear viewer, can certainly pause the video to focus in if something catches your eye. Here we're taking a closer look again across the commodities building. So I'm going to go ahead and reposition the drone by losing a little altitude to go ahead and take a closer look at this laydown yard. There's quite a bit of rebar that's been spread out. I don't know what this material is intended for. I cannot imagine that they would be stringing together or building on site the 150-foot long 150-ton steel trusses for the interstitial level, but who knows, maybe. If any of you commenters know, be sure to leave me a comment. I would love to know more about what you think this steel could be used for. There is quite a bit of it. I don't imagine that it's intended for the office building, which has been effectively on hold since summer of 25. So let's go ahead and reposition the drone further to the west, flying a little lower than usual to help viewers have a greater appreciation of the scale of this massive site here. We'll orbit back in the fabs into frame, do a little bit of a zigzag to get back over the roadway, take a look at the water detention pond, and coming into view is the power substation. The current information is that Meta has signed an agreement with Intel to take the power, which is just across the roadway at the right of the screen, take the power over to its new data center. That's the Meta Prometheus supercluster. So let's go ahead and use the telephoto lens to take a closer look at the back part of the site here. Again, longer, slower pan to see all of the vehicles in the parking lot this afternoon. It's about 4 o'clock in the afternoon on a Thursday. And now we are punched in on the laydown yard. Those four long rectangles there are the air separation handling units that will cryogenically distill ambient air into its constituent gases. We'll get some different perspectives than we normally get here of Fab 27.2, as well as the commodities and infrastructure that supports the facility. Here we are looking back to the southeast. It was a lovely afternoon, not a cloud in the sky. And coming into view are 5 of 8 cooling fans, massive in their size and scale. I wanted to take a look at something else that I had caught on site, and I switched the drone's position and punched on in. These look like precast concrete wall panels. They almost have a Jenga-like structure to fit together and interlock. I'm not sure what these are. These potentially could be wall sections that help support the chases over the clean room level. And if any of you viewers know what these are, be sure to leave me a comment. And since it was such a lovely day this afternoon, I went ahead and did a special treat to take off from the western edge of the site here, and we're going to fly towards the south. At the bottom of the screen are several administration trailers, and now coming into view are several of these white Quonset huts here. These are where many of the precast concrete slabs, the aforementioned cheese slabs, have been manufactured on site. And behind those, you can see several hundred, if not thousand, of those slabs ready for installation in Fabs 27.1 and 27.2. Notice the ones here with the holes in them. These are the cheese slabs. They allow air to pass from underneath up through the clean room floor. The air is carried up into the interstitial level where the air handling units clean it, make sure that it's the appropriate humidity, temperature, and then funnel it down the chases into the utility or clean subfab levels for recirculation. And since we don't often get a view of the back 40, and it's much larger than 40 acres, here you can see various materials that have been laid down and are awaiting their installation in the fabs. So not sure what I'm looking at here. I'm sure some of our viewers likely have a good inclination or idea. Nevertheless, we'll take a long, slow pan. And of course, all the cool kids ride the cool bus. And you can see a few telehandlers moving materials around the back lot. So we'll go ahead and pan back to the north. Johnstown off in the distance. And a quick sweep of the site with the mid-range. Do love this Hasselblad. And now we are punched in on Fab 27.2 to see its progress. Again, I estimate that it is about 1 year behind Fab 27.1 based on what I've observed in nearly 2 years of flying over the site. So a bit of a different perspective. Looking north, we don't often see this side of it. We'll go ahead and punch on in. Those white Quonsets were the first meeting spaces, and they've been replaced by this larger white structure that's just going out of view here. And we'll pan back over, punch on in, take yet another look here in this just radiant sunshine today. Another good detailed look of Fab 27.2 coming into frame now. This will go ahead and pull back and give a larger reveal. All of those columns And then the precast concrete slabs atop them, each one hoisted in by these yellow Liebherr crawler cranes. And there was a bit of a traffic backup on one of the surface roads around the site, but nothing too crazy. Thanks for watching. I hope you appreciated it. This was a status update as of the middle of April 2026. And before signing off, I'll give you an obligatory look of one of our superstars that we haven't seen recently, the good old water tower. Thanks for watching, everybody. This is Luca Tiki. Go out and be wonderful to each other.